Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out of this news article from RT.com as of August the 7th, 2023. Alternative World News from RT.com, and it reads, UK scientist is preparing vaccines for mysterious disease X. It's my first ever time hearing about that. When I seen this article, I was like, what the heck? you know? But I'm going to continue on with the reading. It says, although the disease doesn't exist yet, and what scripture that comes at to mind, 2 Chronicles 2:11, for we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, and these are one of them, But continuing on, it says, although the disease doesn't exist yet, human trials have already begun, Sky News reported. It says British scientists are already developing vaccines for a future disease epidemic. Sky News reported on Monday after the code word 19, if you know what I mean. The researchers believe that deadly animal-borne pathogens, including bird flu, monkeypox, and Hattai V-word, if you know what I mean, may evolve to infect humans. The research is being carried out by the UK Health Security Agency's, the UKHSA, a high-security platoon-down laboratory complex with Sir Procton down V-word development. An evacuation center has been expanding since the CV-demic, which is the code word 19, if you know what I mean, demic, and 200 scientists are now developing the V-word for animal V-word that haven't yet infected humans. It says what we are trying to do here is ensure that we prepare so that if we have a new disease X, a new pathogen, we have done as much as that work in advance as possible. Bird too. Yeah. Bird. Mm-hmm. Continuing on, I was talking to a family member of my OG. But continuing on, it says what we are trying to do here is ensure that we prepare so that if we have a new disease X, a new pathogen, we have done as much of that work in advance as possible. The UKHSA chief professor Dan Jenny Harris told Sky News, hopefully we can prevent a demic, but if we can't, and we have to respond, that we have already started developing V-words and therapeutics to crack it. The portion of down team has already developed a V-word against the Kremlin Congo hemorrhagic fever, a disease spread by ticks that kills 30% of those is effective. Early stages clinical trials has started at 24 volunteers are expected to test the jab in the near future, the British Broadcasting report. Other pathogen began study includes bird flu, monkeypox, and Hattai V-word, a family of V-words spread by rodents rodents, if I pronounced that right. It says Sky News did not specify whether the scientists were conducting a so-called gain of functions research of those pathogens gain of function. Research involving modify V words to make them more likely to infect the humans in order to weaponize them or develop V words against them. The U.S. funded gain of function research that bat-born C, what C, the C and the V word to the Wuhan instance of virological in China, which is believed by maybe to use the cause of the Cold War 19 endemic. This lab leak theory was not been conclusively proven. However, while the Cold War 19 endemic has receded in the last 2 years, the disease control and V-word research infrastructure put in place by Western government has been expanded in the U.S. and the White House announced the creation of the Permanent Endemic Response Agencies last month, like the UKHSA. This agency also has been tasked with developing the next generation of medical countermeasures for the animal-borne disease that haven't yet threatened humans. Bring out a couple scriptures. It's the book of Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 5. It says, of the apocryphal books of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5, and it reads, it says, behold, saith the Lord, that I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, and that's the key word, plagues. As I look up the definition of plagues, so just like we've seen the plagues in ancient Egypt, in ancient times of our great forefathers, seen those signs of those, as they've been prophesying about war, evil, and pestilence, just like in Jeremiah 28:8, reference that scripture. Now we're prophesying about this in modern day times, about the war, evil, and the pestilence. And the pestilence and the plagues that we are definitely going to continue to see in the latter days, And you look up the definition of a plague. It's a contagious bacteria disease characterized by fever or delirium, typically with the formation of bulbous plague, and sometimes infection of the lungs, a pneumonic plague, an outbreak or plague, a contagious disease that spreads rapidly and kills many people, an unusual large number of insects or animals infecting a place or causing damage, a plague of fleas. In singular, a thing, cause of trouble, and irrational stuff is usually the plague. In singular or oracle definition, used as a curse or a expression of despise or disgust, a plague on all of the houses. So yeah, those are signs of verb plagues, plaguing, plague with object causing potential trouble or distress, or has been plagued by ill. So yeah, the Heavenly Father is definitely gonna send plagues, but this new potentially develop of a plague. It's my first ever time hearing about this generational disease X. My first time ever hearing about that. You know how Esau, Edom come with these different type of names of plagues and stuff like that. So we definitely want to continue to see that increase as I bring out that Second Ezra 15 and 5 and read the definition about plagues as well too. I'm gonna bring out that Second Chronicles 2 and 11. That's why we're not ignorant of Satan devices as well too.
Join us tomorrow, $5 Tuesdays. All fans will enjoy a special
But definitely for sure, we're definitely going to see these pestilence and plagues in the latter days as well too. So we definitely been seeing increasing signs of these pestilence and plagues. Preview signs of them and sightings of them as well too. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, "Least Satan should get advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices." And these are one of them. And we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He pushing for these new, these new V words, shots, if you know what I mean. He's developed these in the science labs and stuff like that. You know how Esau is in these laboratories and stuff like that. But other than that, this was just a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out from RT.com as of August the 7th, 2023. From alternative world news from RT.com, as it says again, UK scientists preparing for V words, if you know what I mean, for mysterious disease X. It says, although the disease doesn't exist yet, human trials have already begun. Sky News reported. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for personal word, truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.